Mr. Lee.
Questions, but on the same topic, the President of Cyprus said he's going to be seeking during the General Assembly week to see if there's a UN role going forward. And his main quote that he gave was that he believes that Turkey is pursuing a settlement not within UN parameters, and, quote, this is something that the Secretary General must take into account. And he said that the next envoy, if there is one, should be from Europe. In terms of your response, is there any UN role during the upcoming General Assembly week to try to get it back on track? And does the Secretary General take note or take into account, as the President of Cyprus has said, various statements by Turkey since it fell
I think in terms of the next envoy, what the office will look like, the Secretary General will make his decision in due course. As a matter of principle, whenever an envoy is named, it's obviously there's consultation with the parties. We're never going to put forward a name or person that one or more of the parties don't accept. That's a matter of principle. As I said to your colleague, from our point of view, the parties are now in a period of reflection. The Secretary General was clear in his comments in Kommentana that he remains available should the parties come to him. I'm sure that Cyprus will be one of the many issues that will be discussed in the Secretary General's various bilaterals that he will have during the General Assembly.
Speaking of consultation, the position of a personal envoy on Western Sahara, now it's been, you know how long it's been.
I do know
Can
how
you give
long
some
it's been.
idea of, I mean, is the problem consultations? Is the problem with widely reported Mr. Kohler and sort of the size of the office, the location of the office? What is the problem?
You know, a lot of things happen below the waterline. When the personal envoy is ready to emerge from above the waterline, we will make the announcement, and all will be clear.
Has any work been done on that? Because you were saying on Cyprus there'll still be work done even in the absence, even during reflection. What work has been done?
Well, obviously the DPA continues to follow the situation in Western Sahara.
Yemen. Yesterday I'd asked Ferhan about, groups have said that they delivered 37,000 signatures to the Secretary General's office yesterday. I guess he wasn't back yet, but they say that it was delivered concerning the killing of children in Yemen. I wanted to know. He said he would check, but has it been?
I haven't seen it, but we can check.
And perhaps relatedly, I see on Amina Mohammed's schedule for today a meeting. It's already taken place with Virginia Gamba. Mm-hmm. When is that report going to come out? And can you now, as it gets closer, hopefully, respond to the idea that it will be frozen, that no new parties will be listed?
I'm not going to. I think I fully understand the high level of interest in this report. I think everybody will have to judge the report and its annexes once it comes out. My understanding is that it will be on the Council's schedule for either late September or early October. But I think it's up to, we're waiting to hear from the Council when they actually want the report.
Okay. And also on our schedule, I see a visit by Merck, the company Merck, and given developments here in the United States, I just wonder, can we get a readout? The Deputy Secretary General meeting with Merck, when was the meeting scheduled, and what does it concern?
I'll see what I can get you, but obviously the private sector, including pharmaceutical companies, play a big role in our efforts to meet the Sustainable Development Goals.
I wanted you read out, I guess, the High Commissioner for Human Rights' statement on Kenya. But I wanted to ask you specifically, because I saw they've now been more than one NGO shut down at this period of time in which they could be filing petitions, and there's many more. There are doubts whether substantive or not about how the results were transmitted. Mm-hmm. So beyond this Kenya National Human Rights Commission, something called AFRICOG has also been suddenly deregistered by the authorities. So that would be the winning candidate, or the said to be winning candidate. So I just wanted to know what the country team there, what do they think of the closing down of NGOs in the country during, which seems
Look, I don't have enough information on these particular NGOs. You can contact the country team directly. I know you've been in contact with them. What is clear for us is that there are constitutional means that need to be respected as part of the election for any appeals, and obviously echo the High Commissioner's call for restraint and for supporting the right people to demonstrate peacefully, but a call for calm and restraint.
And on the Secretary General's Syria envoy, I wanted to ask you, maybe, can you confirm that he's setting up technical talks with HNC, Cairo, and Moscow, in Geneva from August 22nd through 27th?
No, but we can check. But it's it's exactly the kind of work that the envoy is supposed to do, which is talk to
absolutely.
various parties. We can check.
Sure. I wanted to ask you, there are the Burundian refugees that are in Tanzania. There's a lot. They actually tried to protest UNHCR because they say that food has been cut off, and essentially they're being pushed back to Burundi despite their fear. So again, given Antonio Guterres, his past history, given that he has a special envoy on it, is there any comment from the Secretariat on what seems to be the refoulement of or attempted refoulement?
I would ask you to check with UNHCR as to what the actual situation is. I would highly doubt that UNHCR is involved in any active or passive refoulement.
Right.
Thank you.
Yemen, there's a petition to the Secretary General about the death of children, largely by the Saudi-led coalition. So I wonder, what's the UK's position on the children in armed conflicts list? Should the Saudi-led coalition be listed again? Should the list be frozen, as some have said it will be? What's your view?
So on Yemen, of course, we're going to be discussing that issue later this week. We've got an opportunity to talk to the SRSG there. I mean, we're going to be focusing very much, I think, on Friday on the humanitarian side. And of course, we would always say that all sides should avoid any attacks on civilians, any civilian casualties, any children being involved. So we'll be making that clear.